Fellow shareholders of TD Bank, today's the day we've been waiting for. We found out what exactly has happened in the TD money laundering case in the US, and spoiler alert, it did not go our way. We have pretty much been handed out the absolute worst penalty. We're going to get into that in a second. First, we're just going to take a look at how the stock is faring since the news has dropped. Over the past 5 days, we went from $87 per share all the way down to $78. So this is a fairly significant drop. It's very unfortunate because, over the past year, we've had some hurdles with this company, just dealing with the threat of this money laundering case, and it's really impacted its growth. TD Bank, in comparison to the rest of the Canadian banks, has really lagged because of this overhang. And we finally got some good news that the CEO was leaving. As soon as he said he was stepping down, this stock jumped right up to that 87 point, and then boom, we have this news that came out and hit us right all the way back down to the higher 70s. So let's get into the verdict. Basically, the fine on TD Bank through various regulating agencies in America is $3 billion. It's not that I don't care about the $3 billion, but honestly, that's not the problem. TD Bank has been setting aside provisions for this fine, and analysts were expecting that on the high end, it would be that $3 billion. So that's really not the issue. It sucks. It's a lot of cash flow, but TD Bank has this, and they're ready to deal with that and move forward. The real problem is right here. There's limits on how much the bank can expand in America, okay? TD Bank currently makes more money in America than it does in Canada. It is a big growth lever for them, and that's kind of what differentiates them with some of the other Canadian banks. It's a major focus of growth. So any type of limitation on them, that's really going to affect this company going forward is the sad part, because we're not going to see robust dividend growth. We're not going to see robust earning growth unless they can pull a rabbit out of the hat, okay? Their dividend, in my opinion, is safe. I'm not worried about it, but I don't think we're going to see the big increases year over year. I think they'll be more nominal until this stuff is behind them. And that's going to be like a 3, 4, 5 year process. If any of you are familiar with what happened to Wells Fargo in the States, I mean, they did get hit a little bit harder from the regulators, but they also played a lot dirtier, to be fair. But that company still hasn't recovered entirely, and TD is kind of facing something like that. This isn't as bad as that, but this is going to really impact growth going forward. Now, one of the positive notes is, since I said that the CEO was stepping down, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Everyone hates this guy. The new CEO that's coming in actually doesn't have American experience, and he's really Canadian focused. So since he's going to focus on Canada and he's not allowed to do much in America, I mean, maybe that can be a good thing, but I'm not going to hold my breath. So to sum it all up, in the next couple of years, I don't think I see great things coming for TD Bank because of this overhang, because of this shadow over the company. It's a fine dividend payer. It's going to continue to pay out the dividends. There's no question of that on my mind. So if you want to just hold it for the yield, if you want to pick up some more if it drops a little bit because the yield's going to be getting fairly attractive, I mean, that's not a bad play either. So I think this is just going to be for income investors going forward the next few years, and then we're going to have to reevaluate once these regulatory handcuffs come off them in the future. On a speculative note, I could see this thing dipping to the low 70s for a period of time, and then I might gobble up a little bit more at that point just for some income. But anyways, guys, it's bad news for TD Bank. It is unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world, and keep investing. We'll see you in the next one.